Hey everybody, and welcome to Staples Center. Joey Ramirez here with Mike Trudell after the Lakers win over the Sacramento Kings. Mike, 3 out of 4 against Sacramento this year. Where do you want to start with this one?
Well, I think the biggest difference in the game was defense, because if you look at the turnover margin, and we said this over and over in the postgame locker room, 22-8, and you don't win too many games if you have that kind of a negative margin on the turnover side, unless you're getting a ton of stops, and they did that. The Kings were in the low to mid-30s for most of the game, and I think, Joey, that aside from, LeBron kind of keeping the foot on the pedal was the difference in the game. Yeah,
to go off your point, the Kings also had a huge margin in offensive rebounds, so that possession battle was definitely in Sacramento's favor. But like you said, it was defense, specifically inside the arc. Sacramento actually shot a pretty high three-point percentage. We saw JaVale McGee erasing some shots at the rim. You saw a lot of good defense, particularly on Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox, two guys that have been kind of lighting up the league recently. And then, as you mentioned, LeBron James, 29 points. Kyle Kuzma, 29 points. Kuz going off for 21 in that third quarter, and really just showing that he can kind of get hot whenever he needs to.
It was good for him to get that done on the court because he's really struggled from three basically all season long, and he's just been struggling, generally speaking, if you ask him, with his rhythm on offense and specifically his shooting percentage. So that was good for him to get going. He's hoping that he can carry that through the rest of the season. And I think, Joey, a lot of the post-game focus was on the basketball gods. And basically something I asked LeBron walking off the court was you have to honor the game a certain way. That's what Luke's been preaching. That's what LeBron's been preaching. We know the Lakers aren't getting in the playoffs, but they feel this responsibility to play a certain way despite not having much cohesion. As today, yet another guy goes down, Reggie Bullock, and so that's been kind of the biggest problem all year, not having consistency. But that is important to them that they keep playing this way, Joey, to try and honor the game the best way they can.
Yeah, and it looks like LeBron James is definitely doing that by example, being the first guy to really put his mark out there on the floor tonight. 29 points, a triple-double, some really good cohesion with JaVale McGee, who had 16 points, 8 of 8 shooting for that guy. He's had a nice week coming off of that 33-point game. And we'll just see if the Lakers can carry this into Tuesday's meeting here against the Washington Wizards at Staples Center. For Mike Trudell, I'm Joey Ramirez, and we'll see you guys then.